The final home weekend of the season has arrived for the Miami RedHawks this afternoon as they play host to the Ball State Cardinals here on a Thursday. Here in the final 4-game set for the RedHawks in this regular season here at McKie Field. Hello everyone, Luke West Poley with you here on WMSR Red Hawk Radio. All set to go here from McKie Field between Ball State and Miami. The teams out in the field, Miami defensive alignment being announced right now. We'll give you that right now. J.J. Woolwine in left, Zach McDonald in center, Benji Brokemond in right for the RedHawks. From left to right in the infield, we've got Parker Lester, William Escala, Brian Zapp, and Steven Kraus for the RedHawks. Behind the dish is Cole Andrews, and on the mound, the ace, Mr. Jonathan Brand. We'll pause a moment for the national anthem, then give you the Ball State lineup and a quick matchup preview. This is Miami Baseball here on Red Hawk Radio. Miami and Ball State here on a Thursday afternoon. Cardinals coming into this one sitting pretty, second place in the MAC with a record of 34-17 on the year, 28-7 in the Mid-American Conference. They are currently the 2 seed. However, they are only half a game out of first place behind Central Michigan. So this is a big weekend for the Cardinals as they could potentially claim that top spot. And of course, this year, the MAC tournament being held for the first time since 2019, and it will be hosted on the campus site of the top seed. So a lot to play for this weekend for the road Ball State Cardinals. For Miami, 23-29 on the season, 18-18 in MAC play, evened up at a .500 record after a 4-game sweep at Akron last weekend that was closed out with a 20-3 run rule victory on Sunday. Ball State will bat first here in this one. Their batting lineup is as follows. Batting first, playing center field, is Amir Wright. Batting second and playing first base is Trenton Quartermain. Batting third and playing right field, Nick Powell. Batting in the cleanup spot and DHing is Hunter Dobbins. Zach Cole will bat fifth and play left field. Batting sixth, Adam Tellier. He will play shortstop. In the hot corner at third base, batting seventh is Ryan Peltier. Batting eighth will be Adam Christensen. He'll also be behind the plate in the field for the Cardinals. And rounding out the order will be Justin Conant, the second baseman for Ball State. Once again for Miami, on the mound this afternoon is going to be Jonathan Brand. The ace for the RedHawks, a 1.12 ERA, 8-1 in 12 appearances. All of them were starts. He's pitched 2 complete games, 72 1/3 innings this season, and has only given up 9 earned runs, walked 26 batters, and struck out 81. Fantastic year for Jonathan Brand. And now he will have to face the top hitter on this Ball State team in Amir Wright, who stands in with a batting average of .364 on the season. And the first pitch is attacked and grounded right back up the middle for a base knock. Amir Wright getting after it to begin this series for the Cardinals. 1 pitch and a base knock for Amir. An ideal start for the Cardinals. That will bring in Trenton Quartermain now. Quartermain's second highest average on the team, or excuse me, he's batting second in the order, batting .304. He lifts this first pitch up high to the right side. It's going to slice its way barely out of play. So 0-1 the count. Jonathan Brand will take a second. Now the righty steps back on to face the lefty in Quartermain. First three batters in this Ball State lineup all hit left. Next pitch on the way. This one's lifted up deep to left field. Backtracking his Woolwine towards the line, and he makes the grab at the wall. Fired back into the infield. Nice play there from J.J. Woolwine as he crashed into the wall with the glove outstretched to make the catch. Warning track power there from Quartermain. That forces Amir Wright back to first base, and the all-important first out is made for pitcher Jonathan Brand. So a loud out from Quartermain will now bring up Nick Powell, the senior right fielder's batting .308 this season. First pitch is lifted up into the screen behind home plate. For Nick Powell, he is the third man in a line of the first three batters for Ball State that have appeared in all 51 games, started all 51 games for the Cardinals. Only one other player has done that. That's Ryan Peltier, who is batting seventh. 0-1, little breaking ball, just misses the outside corner for ball one. Runner on first and one out here. Nick Powell, the right fielder, facing a 1-1 count. Right with a two-step lead off first. He goes. The pitch, it's a hit and run. Grounded left side foul. That one was just pushed up the foul line on the left side, but not able to be put in play by Nick Powell. Powell, the fifth year out of Commerce Township, Michigan. Transfer from Schoolcraft Community College. 1-2. And this one is hit into the gap in left center field. Racing over and not able to get to it is McDonald. Rounding second and heading for third is Wright. And in there with a stand-up double is Nick Powell. Maybe a bit of a miscommunication in the outfield from the RedHawks. McDonald raced after it, but might have actually been a bit farther away than Woolwine in left. That one did not get all the way to the wall, but was still a stand-up double for Powell. That puts two in scoring position with one out now for Hunter Dobbins, the cleanup hitter. He's DHing in this one. First righty Brand will face. First pitch lifted up right side, well out of play. For Dobbins, the freshman is making his 22nd start, or excuse me, 22nd appearance, 20th start. And he's batting .363 on the season. 22 RBI, averaging just over one per appearance. 0-1 pitch is in the dirt for ball one. One to Dobbins. Swing and a miss, high in the zone. Strike two. Dobbins, the freshman out of Indianapolis, product of Mount Vernon High School. Facing a 1-2 count with two runners in scoring position and one out, trying to break this one open and give Ball State the lead here in the top of the first. 1-2, breaking ball, swing and a miss, strike three. Nice pitch there on the outside corner coming from Jonathan Brand. And Dobbins just was a little bit out in front of it, couldn't get a piece of the ball. And he will head back to the dugout. That's Brand's first strikeout of the afternoon. Now Zach Cole, the left fielder, will come in. Still two runners in scoring position with two outs. Another lefty in the box for the Cardinals. First pitch misses down low for ball one. Zach Cole, the left fielder, batting .336 on the season. His 34 RBI tied for second on the team. Another one misses there for ball 2. This game was started by Amir Wright, hitting a single on the first pitch. Then a loud out from Quartermain, followed up by a double from Nick Powell. Jonathan Brand still trying to find his rhythm. 2-0, this one's lined into shallow center, but coming in and making the grab for the RedHawks as they were shifting with 4 in the outfield. I believe that was Zapp all the way from second base, and that will retire the side. So not an ideal start for Jonathan Brand, but he escapes unscathed. No score. We'll head to the bottom of the first. You're listening to Miami Baseball here on Red Hawk Radio. Bottom of the first on the way here from McKie Field. It'll come just momentarily. Last inning was ended thanks to a fly out from Zach Cole after the Cardinals were able to advance 2 runners into scoring position. Still no score between Ball State and Miami. That hit from Cole, he flew out. It was officially scored as a fly out to center field as the RedHawks had 4 players in the outfield. But it was caught by McDonald out there in center. And so it will be officially scored in F8 to end that top of the first inning. RedHawks with their first chance to hit right now. Benji Brokman will lead things off as he does. And the first pitch to Benji high and away for ball 1. Brokman batting .355 this season, making his 39th start for the RedHawks. Tyler Schweitzer deals the 1-0. Big cut and a miss there on the outside low corner for Brokman. That'll even the count at a ball and a strike. For Schweitzer, 2.48 ERA on the season. He deals the 1-1. Brokman lifts that one up over the screen behind him. Schweitzer making his 14th start. He's pitched 2 complete games this season. He's got a win-loss record of 9-2. And an opponent batting average of 194. So 2 solid arms on the mound for each team to start this one this afternoon. Brokman calls time. We'll go over the RedHawks lineup when we have a moment. Now the 1-2. And that one's up high. Brokman lays off. Schweitzer steps back on. The 2-2 pitch. This one slapped foul right side. That one lands in the Ball State bullpen. Brokman just chopping at that one up high in the zone on that swing. Now we get a 2-2. Swing and a miss, strike 3. Maybe a little change piece there from Tyler Schweitzer. It was an off-speed offering that fooled Brokman. He was expecting maybe fastball there way out in front. First strikeout of the game for Tyler Schweitzer. That'll bring in Zach McDonald, the center fielder. On deck for the RedHawks is the catcher Cole Andrews. And the first pitch, curveball, just misses inside. for ball 1 to McDonald. David Novak, the DH, will be the cleanup hitter for the RedHawks. As the 1-0 is driven into left field, ranging over as Poley hops up and makes the catch. Solid contact there from Zach McDonald. Cole took about 5 steps or so to his left and just took a 2-footed hop in the air to make that catch. So McDonald barrels it up but can't find any holes in the outfield. Now Cole Andrews up to the plate. The catcher batting .296 this season. He's making his 51st start. First pitch breaking ball falls into the inside corner for strike 1. Steven Krause, the first baseman, or excuse me, Parker Lester will bat 5th. Steven Krause will bat 6th for the RedHawks. The 0-1 catches a low part of the zone again, strike 2. Brian Zapp will bat 7th. Batting 8th will be William Escala, and J.J. Woolwine will finish out the order for the RedHawks. 0-2. This one pushed into right field, but right at Nick Powell. He makes the catch for the Cardinals, and that will retire the side. Pretty clean inning for Tyler Schweitzer. 3 up, 3 down. He guns down the RedHawks with efficiency. And we close out this first inning with no score. 0-0, we'll head to the second. You're listening to Miami Baseball on Red Hawk Radio. Top of the second here from Oxford. No score between Miami and Ball State. Batting first here in the second inning is going to be Adam Tellier for the Cardinals, the shortstop. Tellier batting .267 on the season, making just his 9th start. First pitch from Brand, swing and a miss. That's a nice slider. That just dove away from the bat of Tellier. 0-1 the count. Next pitch on the way, and that one just misses outside for ball 1, 81 miles an hour on the gun. Take a look at the scoreboard around the Mid-American Conference. Bowling Green leading Northern Illinois 6-4 in the top of the 7th. The game on everyone's minds here in Oxford. Western Michigan and OU tied at 0 in the bottom of the first. Next pitch on the way, and a fastball misses away. 91 miles an hour on that one for ball 2. Toledo and Central in the top of the first. That one just started. And then, of course, our game. Later this evening, a 4 p.m. scheduled start for Bowling Green and Northern Illinois in the second game of their doubleheader. Also, Eastern Michigan will battle Kent State at 6. Swing and a miss on the breaking ball there for strike 2. Now the 2-2 offering. This one grounded right up the middle and another base hit. Tellier just drops that one into the ground and it squirts through into center, similar to how that last inning was started on the single from Amir Wright. And the leadoff man aboard for the Cardinals. Now Ryan Peltier will come in to hit. Peltier is batting .282 this season. The senior making his 52nd start of the year. First pitch just misses that outside corner for ball one. Runner on first, nobody out. From the stretch, Brand fires home, runner goes. This one's grounded third base side, and it gets through into the outfield for a base hit. Rounding second and heading for third is Tellier. He is safe. Now the ball deflects off of him, and that allows Peltier to get all the way over to second. It's going to be a single for Ryan Peltier. He advances over to second base on the throw to third, and now there's two in scoring position for the Cardinals with nobody out. Dugout loving it on the right side. Cardinals have done a good job right from the jump to get the bats going. And what is going to be a very, very important weekend series on the road here in the final week of MAC play. First pitch misses down low to Adam Christensen, the catcher. Christensen, the senior, is batting .269 this year. Now the next pitch on the way, and that one misses up high for ball two. So Brand struggling a bit to find the zone here in the second inning. It was not the cleanest first for him either. When he was able to escape with 0 runs given up, he's already given up 4 hits here through just 1 inning. Now this one's chopped foul on the right side. Bounces its way toward the Ball State dugout. 2 balls and a strike now to count to Christensen. Runners on second and third, nobody out. 0-0 our score here from McKie Field at Hayden Park. 2-1 is off-speed pitch that misses away. And that's ball 3. On deck for the Cards is Justin Conant, .275 hitter. Could be coming up in a big spot pending the result of this at-bat. 3-1 pitch, misses up high. Christensen lays off, ball 4, and the Ducks are on the pond now for Conant. The bases are loaded, and now we're going to see our first mound visit of the afternoon as the RedHawks will call an infield meeting. 4 hits and a walk given up by Jonathan Brand. Has not registered an out yet in this second inning. Once again for the Cardinals, Justin Conant up to the plate. Conant, a .275 hitter on the season. Appeared in almost every game, making his 50th start out of 52 games for the Cardinals. He's knocked in 20 runs this season, and a chance to maybe add to that here with a big at-bat. Pretty quick infield meeting as things break up for the RedHawks, and the players return to their positions. Righty on righty matchup coming up. Brand sets and deals from the stretch. That one misses up high for ball 1. It's a Ball State team that's very, very dangerous with the bats. A .291 team average this season, which has propelled them to one of their best years in a long time. Looking for their first conference title since 2006. The 1-0. A little soft grounder right in front of home plate. Maybe a play at home, and it is in time. What a play there from Jonathan Brand. A swinging bunt that was bouncing about 3 feet in front of home plate. Brand charged in on it, took it with the glove, and just kind of slapped it toward the catcher, Cole Andrews. Didn't even transfer it to the hand, but Andrews was able to catch it and step on home for the force. A huge out for the RedHawks. So Conant grounds into a fielder's choice, and now potentially Brand could escape the inning with a double play ball. One out now, bases still loaded. To the top of the order for Amir Wright. First pitch breaking ball falls into the zone for strike one. Nice curveball there, 76 miles an hour for Jonathan Brand. Brand will step back on. Here comes the pitch. This one a high chopper over to second. They flip to second, and it's not in time. So it's going to be an infield hit for Amir Wright that'll score a run. What an awkward hit that was. It bounced right in front of home plate, super high in the air. Brian Zapp made the play for the RedHawks, but he just had to kind of wait for it to fall back down, and in the time it took to do that, all the runners were able to advance. The flip to second was not in time. So a single advances everybody one base. A run scores for the Cardinals. That's Peltier. And now they have a 1-0 lead. First pitch misses down low to Trenton Quartermain. He barreled one up to left field back in the first inning, but a nice catch was made by J.J. Woolwine at the wall to deny him an extra base hit. The 1-0, swing and a miss. That one just dove underneath the bat of Quartermain for strike one. So what an odd inning this has been. After that play at home, the grounder by Amir Wright looked like maybe it could have been a double play ball. Instead, everybody's safe, and now the Cardinals with another chance. 1-1. Fastball misses up high. 2 balls and 1 strike to Quartermain. Once again, base is still loaded. Ball State leading 1-0 thanks to the RBI single from Amir Wright in the infield. Brand sets and deals into the corner for strike 2. Nice pitch there from Brand on that curveball. It's got a lot of break to it. Two balls and 2 strikes. Get a quick stoppage as Brand gets some signals from the dugout. Now here comes. Hard grounder, second base. Zapp over to second in time, and no play over to first. That'll score a run, so it'll be a fielder's choice. Not enough time there for William Escala. Looked over at first, and Quartermain was already most of the way down the base path. So Amir Wright is gunned down at second. A run comes in to score. That is Christensen for the Cardinals. That makes it a 2-0 ball game. And now runners on the corners for Ball State. Hunter Dobbins, the right fielder, comes to the plate now. Or, excuse me, Nick Powell. First pitch to Powell, fastball misses up and away for ball 1. This is the first meeting between these two teams this season, as they did not play in Muncie. 1-0, misses outside for ball 2. RedHawks still have an outside shot at the MAC tournament potentially, but they need everything to go right this weekend for them and pretty much everything to go wrong for the Ohio Bobcats, who will be in a 3-game series this weekend against Western Michigan. 2-0 offering, chopper over to second. Zapp waits on it. He'll go over to first, and it's in time for the final out of the inning. Top of the second, the Cardinals finally break through as they're able to record 3 hits and knock in 2 runs. We head to the bottom. RedHawks looking to respond down 2-0. You're listening to Miami Baseball here on Red Hawk Radio. 2-0 our score, bottom of the second inning here from McKie Field. Ball State leading Miami. Thanks for joining us here on Red Hawk Radio. First game of a 4-game series between these two teams. They'll play 2 more tomorrow before closing out the series on Saturday. First pitch to David Novak, who will lead off this inning for the RedHawks, is up high for ball 1. Novak, the cleanup hitter, DHing in this one for the RedHawks. Batting .382 this season. And the next pitch misses outside for ball 2. Good spot for Novak. 2-0. Big swing and a miss up high in the zone for strike 1. 91 miles an hour on the fastball. Novak couldn't catch up to it. Now the count is 2-1. The windup and pitch. This one dives into the dirt. Light check swing there. They appeal to first, but he did not go around. The Ball State dugout showing their disapproval on the right side. 3-1. This one's lifted up and out of play on the right side. Full count now to David Novak. Base is empty. Nobody out. The pitch. Inside, ball 4. Good at bat there from Novak. The RedHawks have their first base runner of this game. And now the third baseman, Parker Lester, will come in to hit. Lester batting .244 this season, making his 35th appearance for the RedHawks. Lefty on lefty matchup coming up here. First pitch, he squares to bunt, he lays it down. This is a good one over to third. The throw over to first is just a step in time. Novak advances over to second. A near perfect bunt there from Parker Lester, but a good play by Ryan Peltier to charge in on that and fire over to first for out number 1 of the inning. Novak advances over to second. He's in scoring position now with 1 out for Steven Krause. First pitch. That one dives into the turf and Krause lays off. Started to move the hands at it, but was able to hold up. Now the 1-0. This one driven left side, but it's going to be foul. It'll land on top of the Hayden Baseball Center complex for the RedHawks. Good contact there from Krause, but just pulled it a little too hard down the line. Krause batting .279 this season, towing right on that team average for the RedHawks as it stands at .282. One on the way, and this is a chopper that jumps into the Miami dugout. Foul on the left side. That'll move the count to 1-2. Runner on second, 1 out for the RedHawks. That runner is David Novak. Miami looking to respond to 2 runs given up in the top of the second. Schweitzer deals home. High in the zone, that one misses, and no check swing there from Krause. He was able to hold up. That'll even the count at 2 balls and 2 strikes. On the way. This one's lifted up into shallow center. This may get down, and it will. Rounding third and heading home is Novak, and he's going to get there with no throw. It's an RBI single, a little blooper from Steven Krause, and the RedHawks respond with one as they cut the lead in half. Great piece of hitting there from Steven Krause. Didn't hit the ball hard, but he didn't need to. That one fell in the perfect spot in shallow center, right at the tip of the M on the turf here in McKie Field. Now Brian Zapp will come up. Lefty getting his first appearance at the plate this afternoon. He squares to bunt, and he pops this one up along the first base line. Coming over and making the catch from the mound is Schweitzer. So not the at-bat that Zapp wanted, as he will pop out to the pitcher, and the runner will have to stay on first. Now Willie Escala will come up to the plate now. The shortstop for the RedHawks, batting .273 this season. He has appeared in every game for the RedHawks. First pitch is lifted up. It's pushing foul on the right side, and it's going to get out of play. Landing on the grassy hill just to the right of the fence, about halfway up right field. For Escala, he's come in one game off the bench, but other than that, 51 starts out of 52 games for the RedHawks. Runner on first, 2 outs. 0-1 pitch on the way. This one's popped up into the parking lot. It'll go. Nothing in 2 to Escala. Here's the pitch, and that one just misses down low for ball 1. Ball and 2 strikes for the righty Escala. Choked up slightly on the bat. Here comes the pitch, a check swing in the dirt, and he went around for out number 3. Hit and run was on for the RedHawks, and so Escala tried to go after that one. Unfortunately for him, it was in the dirt. He realized too late, and that is the second strikeout for pitcher Tyler Schweitzer. The RedHawks respond with 1 as we head into the 3rd inning. The teams trade runs. Ball stayed on top, 2-1. We'll be back with the top of the 3rd in just a moment. Miami Baseball here on RedHawk Radio. Back here for the top of the 3rd inning from McKie Field. Ball State leading Miami by a 2-1 score. Leading off for the Cardinals will be Hunter Dobbins. The DH struck out in the 1st inning in his only plate appearance to this point. First pitch from Jonathan Brand in there for strike 1 on the breaking ball. 75 miles an hour on the gun. RedHawks with a run in the bottom of the 2nd inning despite it being off just 1 hit. A pause and delivery there onto the outside corner for Brand for a strike. Messing with the rhythm of Dobbins. He kind of froze mid-windup and then fired in a fastball. over 90 miles an hour on that one. This time, a little waste pitch in the dirt for ball one. Brand will step back on from the windup with the bases empty. Here's the pitch. Big swing and a miss. 4 strike 3. That one dove into the dirt on Dobbins. That's his second strikeout. Second strikeout as well for Jonathan Brand. And the first out of the inning. Zach Cole, the left fielder, now up to the plate. Cole with a long pause. Now here's the pitch. It's a fastball down and away for ball one. 92 miles an hour on that one. Now this one's lined over the head of Brand into center field for a base hit. This one got all the way close to the wall, and now gunning for 2 and getting there successfully with a slide is Zach Cole. As the RedHawks once again were shifted and they had 4 players in the outfield. And Zach Cole hit it right between them to straightaway center. That one rolled all the way to the warning track before it was eventually picked up and fired in. And Cole will get the Cardinals going with their first hit here of the third. Now the first pitch to Tellier, well up high for ball one. Tellier hit a single in the last inning that led things off for the Cardinals. Got all the way to third before he was eventually put out at home on the nice play from Jonathan Brand. Now he'll ground this one third base side, sliding play, and that one's just foul. It was a nice athletic slide by Lester, who was able to get that one in the glove and was looking over at first after that slide took him well into foul territory. But the umpire immediately signaling on the third base side that that one had bounced foul. A ball and a strike now to Tellier. Now the pitch. Fastball up high for ball two. Bowling Green in Northern Illinois has gone final in Game 1. The Falcons taking that one by an 8-4 score. In the top of the third from Athens, Western Michigan on top of OU by a 4-2 score. And from Mount Pleasant, Toledo leading Central Michigan 1-0. That's in the top of the third. 2-1 to Tellier. Big cut and a miss. Strike 2. 89 miles an hour on that one for Brand. That was just a little bit off the plate. Tellier went chasing. Long pause, 2-2 offering on the way. This one's grounded up the middle over at short. It's picked up by Escala. High throw over to first, but it's in time for out number 2. Cole has to stay put on second. 2 outs in the inning now. Ryan Peltier to the plate. In the final weekend of MAC play, both of these teams, of course, needing to take care of business themselves, but also some eyes on some other squads. For Miami, of course, it would be Ohio that they would need to lose, and for Ball State, Central Michigan, the team to watch. First pitch down low in the zone for strike 1 to Peltier. So for both of these teams as of right now, the out-of-town scores are in their favor. In our game, Ball State leading Miami 2-1. 0-1, this one's pushed down the line in right field. It's going to get down in fair territory, I believe, or rather just called foul, as that one was pushed up the right field line very deep by Peltier. Thought for sure that one was going to land in fair territory, but just wide of the line. And so Peltier robbed of an extra base hit there, and now he'll have to head back to the plate and face an 0-2 count with 2 outs. Runner on second. Fortunate break there for Jonathan Brand, and now he can escape this inning with a 0 on the scoreboard in just 1 pitch. Here comes the 0-2. Swing and a miss, strike 3. Big out there from Jonathan Brand as he gave up the 1-out double to Zach Cole, but he escapes the inning and preserves this lead as just 1 run. RedHawks looking to tie it up. Bottom of the 3rd on the way. Due up for Miami 9-1-2 hitters. It'll be Woolwine, Brokemon, and McDonald when we come back. 2-1 our score. Ball State on top. You're listening to Miami Baseball on Red Hawk Radio. Bottom of the 3rd here from McKie Field. J.J. Woolwine will lead things off for the RedHawks. They trail Ball State by a 2-1 score. Woolwine, the 9-hitter for the RedHawks, batting .280 this season. We'll see his first of Tyler Schweitzer. First pitch is lifted up right side. That one's out of play into the parking lot. Senior weekend here for the RedHawks, final homestand of the season. RedHawks 9-12 to this point at McKie Field. 0-1 in the dirt. We'll even the count at a ball and a strike. Now the 1-1 to Woolwine. And that one just missed inside. As Woolwine did his best sell job there, leaning away from that one. It was certainly very close. But now a hitter's count for him at 2-1. Schweitzer winds and fires. Breaking ball dove into the outside corner for strike 2. Now the 2-2 offering on the way. And that one misses down low. That'll fill the count. 91 miles an hour on the fastball from Schweitzer. Schweitzer right into it again. 3-2 is slapped foul right side out of play. That one was a bullet. That was sent over the Ball State dugout. Nobody out, bases empty for J.J. Woolwine. The payoff pitch. Up high, ball 4. Nice at-bat there from Woolwine to start things off. Very similar to what we saw in that last inning from David Novak as he works the walk. And now back to the top of the order we go for the RedHawks. Benji Brokemon struck out in the first inning. Brokemon now stepping in, runner on first, nobody out. First pitch, he squares to bunt. It's pushed up towards second base. Brokemon racing for it, and it's misplayed by Conan, who was charging in. We'll see what the ruling is on this one. It was going to be close anyway, as I believe Conant was going to barehand that, as that was probably his only chance to get Brokemon. So this may be a bunt single for him, but we'll still have to wait on the official ruling. Nonetheless, though, first and second now for the RedHawks. Looking to put together a rally. Zach McDonald up to the plate now. They're going to give Brokemon the hit. Schweitzer looking back and forth between the bases. Now he finally fires home. And the check swing on a pitch in the dirt. McDonald went around. McDonald with a fly out to left in the first inning. First and second, nobody out. RedHawks looking to tie this game up. Currently trailing 2-1. Foul tip in the dirt. That'll make the count 0-2 to McDonald. Lefty on righty matchup here. Schweitzer sets. And deals home. That one way up high and away. Good job by Christensen to leap out of his stance to keep that one in front. That'll move the count to 1-2. And now time is called. One ball and two strikes, awaiting the pitch from Schweitzer. He's going to turn around and throw to second, but the pickoff move not in time for Woolwine. McDonald came into this game batting .308 this season, but batting .321 with runners on base. 1-2 in the dirt, bouncing. Hit with the chest protector by Christensen. He keeps that one in front. Everybody stays put on the base paths. McDonald is .241, though, significantly lower than his season average against left-handed pitching. Big pitch coming up, 2-2 count. Here comes. This one's a soft grounder, and it'll go behind the plate, actually, as it bounced over the head of Christensen. Count remains the same. 2 balls and 2 strikes. McDonald, the left fielder for the RedHawks, looking for his first hit of the day in a big spot. Another 2-2 on the way. Just missing high and in there. That'll fill the count at 3-2. Could feel the moment there where it seemed like the whole park just froze and awaited the ruling. And McDonald the beneficiary as the count is now full. On deck for the RedHawks is Cole Andrews. Schweitzer with his back against the wall here. Another payoff pitch. This one's lifted up high in the air, pushing towards foul territory on the right side. Powell will make the catch just to the line. Tagging from second to third for the RedHawks is Woolwine. Brokemon came off the base to draw the throw, but then retreated to first. So McDonald with the fly out, but he will advance Woolwine over to third, who is the tying run in this game. And that will bring up Cole Andrews. Andrews flew out to right field back in the first inning in his only plate appearance to this point. Runners on the corners, 1 out. Keep an eye on Brokemon over there at first, as they let him bunt earlier. Now a bunt is squared and pulled back by Andrews. The pitch is in the outside corner for strike one. Cardinals don't seem too worried about the bunt right now, as Peltier over at third is standing in his normal spot just to the side of the bag. Double play depth for the middle infield. 1-1. That one dives into the outside corner for strike two. Excuse me, that was the 0-1 pitch, so 0-2 the count now to Andrews. Runners on the corners and one out. Brokman on first, Woolwine on third. Schweitzer kicks, and now we get time called right as he was about to go into the windup. Schweitzer took a long look at first. Don't think Andrews liked that very much at the plate. Now the 0-2 offering on the way. Swing and a miss. Strike three. Andrews went fishing. That ball well down and away out of reach of his bat. Couldn't make contact. And that is now the third strikeout for Tyler Schweitzer. And Nick Novak will come in, but prior to that, we are going to see an infield meeting called here for the Cardinals. With two outs, runners still on the corners for the RedHawks. Once again, Novak up to the plate. He represents the only Miami run, which came across in that last inning. He worked the leadoff walk and came around to score. Can't see right now too well up that right side, but it doesn't look like Ball State has anyone warming up in their pen, and not really a huge reason to. Schweitzer's been just fine through these first few innings. One run on two hits so far through 2 2/3 for the RedHawks. Ball State with a team ERA of 4.66, but they can hit as well. This has just been a really solid year for the Cardinals. They were building off a second-place finish last year in which there was no MAC tournament. And so then this year, now with the MAC tournament, they're trying to claim that regular season title. And then, of course, that would mean they would host the MAC championships May 25th to 28th. For this at-bat, Schweitzer's going to check on Brokman over at first. Ball State did themselves a whole host of favors a few weeks ago when they played the current top seed in Central Michigan at home and actually swept the Chippewas in 4 games. As a breaking ball there dives into the outside corner for strike one. But yeah, 4 wins for Ball State over Central Michigan in what was probably the Cardinals' best weekend of the season, and now they stand just half a game behind the Chips at 28-7. Central Michigan at 28-6. Breaking ball misses inside. That'll make the count 1-1. So yeah, should these two teams, or should Ball State and Central Michigan rather, end up tying, Ball State would have that tie break with the head-to-head. Now this one's lined right side. It's going to be a base hit. Rounding second, heading for third is Brokman. He's going to get there sliding, but with no throw. It's an RBI single for David Novak, and the RedHawks have tied this game at 2. '24th RBI of the season for David Novak. And now with 2 outs and runners on the corners, Parker Lester stands in. He laid down a sacrifice bunt back in the last inning in his only plate appearance. First pitch to him is inside for ball 1. Lester's bunt was actually a really good one down the third base line. Unfortunately, it just kind of popped off his bat with a little too much force, as that allowed Peltier to come in and make the play. Swing and a miss, maybe a tip on that one from Lester on the inside pitch. That'll even the count at 1-1. 2-2 our score between Ball State and Miami. Runners on the corners and 2 outs here in the bottom of the third. Schweitzer sets and deals the breaking ball. And that one catches the top of the zone, make it strike 2. One ball and 2 strikes to Parker Lester. This one is hit foul. It hit off the catcher Christensen and bounced into fair territory momentarily, but then rolled behind home plate. So Lester stays alive. And will still face the 1-2 count. 2 hits and a walk in the inning for the RedHawks. And now Schweitzer throwing over to second. He got the runner in a pickle. Now Brokemon coming home, and they got him. A delayed steal there for the RedHawks as Novak started to run. Looked like they picked him off, but Schweitzer was very content to just let him go over to second. He knew what was coming behind him. As Brokemon tried to make his way home, he guns him down, and that will end the inning. But the RedHawks tie it up, 2-2 our score. As we head into the fourth, a third of the way through this one. Brand back on the mound. When we come back, you're listening to Miami Baseball on Red Hawk Radio. Adam Christensen will lead things off for the Cardinals in the top of the fourth inning. Jonathan Brand retakes the mound for the RedHawks in a 2-2 ball game. First pitch is laced into right field. It's going to get down for at least a base knock, and it will be kept that way as Brokemon cuts it off on the one hop and fires back into the infield. So one pitch and a single for Adam Christensen. And now that will bring up the 9-hitter Justin Conant. Once again, 2-2 our score. Danny Hayden trying to get tricky on the base paths for the RedHawks in that last inning with 2 outs. Tried a delayed steal with runners on the corners. But Schweitzer remained composed on the mound. Looked like he knew exactly what the RedHawks were doing when he played at home. Bunt is squared and then pulled back by Conant. That one caught the outside part of the zone for strike 1. Runner on first, nobody out to the righty Conant. Brand fires in, bunt is squared once again, pulled back, another strike. That'll move the count to 0-2. RedHawks have squared the bunt quite a few times in this one. Yet to see Ball State put one in play. As Conant calls time, Rich Maloney just kind of letting his team's bats do their thing, and they've been pretty good through the first few innings. 7 hits, 2 runs to show for it. 0-2 pitch. Fastball misses up and away for ball 1. One ball and 2 strikes. Brand sets and deals, and that one just slid away from the zone for ball 2. 83 miles an hour on the pitch that finished outside. Two balls and 2 strikes. Brand throws home. This one's hit up the right side, and it'll be pushed foul. That one was lined over the head of Krause at first, but the spin just took it to the right of the foul line. And now the count will remain 2-2. On deck for the Cardinals is Amir Wright, who's 2 for 2 with a pair of singles today. The pitch, this one's in the dirt, and that one's kept in front by Andrews as he placed the glove between the legs. Count is full now to Justin Conant. 53 pitches so far for Jonathan Brand. The RedHawks ace set for the 3-2. Here comes the pitch. This one's lifted in the air on the right side. It's going towards foul territory. Broke him on after it, but that one's going to land in the grass, out of play. Conant batting .274 this season with runners on base. 3-2, up high, ball 4. Nice at-bat there from Conant, who stayed alive for quite a while. And he works the walk to push him up to first and second. And now the always hot Amir Wright to the plate. Brand will lift the knee and step off over toward the runner at second. That's Christensen. Prior to delivering this first pitch. On the season, Amir Wright batting .390 with runners on base. He's been the offensive leader for what has been a strong group of bats for the Cardinals. Bunt is squared, and it's popped up. It's actually going to be one-hopped by Brand, and now he throws it over the head at first. Looked like maybe a routine play, rounding third and coming in to score. That ball got out of play. And so Christensen will score. Conant got to second before that ball went out of play, so he advances to third. And an E1 puts Amir Wright on the base paths for the 3rd time this afternoon. Ball State retakes the lead at 3-2, and everybody's safe. So now 2 runners in scoring position for the Cardinals and nobody out. That ball was initially popped up on the bunt by Wright. Brand charged in on it hard and almost got to it, decided at the last second to not make the play on it. As the first pitch breaking ball catches the outside corner to Trenton Quartermain for strike 1. But Brand just decided to play the short hop and get the sure out over at first. But then that ball just slipped out of his hand, and it was well over the head of Krause, and chaos ensued. 2 runners in scoring position, 0-1 to Quartermain. Fastball laced up the middle, down for a base hit into center field. Around third and coming home is Wright, and he will get there with no throw. 2-run score on the RBI single from Trenton Quartermain. 5-2, Ball State leads. So now Nick Powell coming in. Still no outs for the Cardinals. First pitch from Brand is popped up, and it's into the screen behind home plate. Powell hit a double into the gap in left center in the first inning, and then grounded out to second to end the second inning. Working with a runner on first and nobody out. Long pause for Brand. Now he fires home. This is a hard ground ball that's foul up the left side. That one was ripped, but pushed up the line just a bit too far to the left for Powell. And now the count is 0-2 to him. For Ball State, they're coming off a weekend in which they went 2-2 at home against Ohio, as the 0-2 is chopped foul into the dugout of Ball State. 7-3 in their last 10 games, but 28-7 overall in the MAC. They came off a 15-10 loss on Sunday in the conclusion of the series against OU. That series was played in Muncie. 0-2 pitch is in the dirt. Ball State once again looking to claim their first MAC championship since 2006. They were so close last year when no tournament was held and the regular season leader in standings was declared the champion, but they finished second. Cardinals currently standing at second place in the standings, but could potentially vault over CMU depending on what happens this weekend. The 1-2 just misses high and away. 2 balls and 2 strikes now. And once again, the MAC tournament, May 25th to the 28th. It'll take place starting next Wednesday. And the Cardinals could be potential hosts. That's what they're playing for this weekend. Hard grounder right side into right field for a base hit. Standing up at second is Quartermain, and Powell continues the hit party for the Cards. As with still nobody out, now first and second with Hunter Dobbins coming in. First and second, nobody out. First pitch to Dobbins is a breaking ball that just didn't quite find the zone for ball 1. Atop the MAC standings, things pretty much shook out how things were expected to, with Central Michigan atop the conference. Swing and a miss there for strike 1. The Chips got 115 points and 6 first-place votes in the preseason poll. Ball State with 103 points and 1 first-place vote. Those two teams kind of battling it out on the top. Central Michigan with 4 votes to win the tournament. Ball State with 2. RedHawks with 1 as well, also a first-place vote in the preseason poll. This one is driven out into left. Will it stay fair all the way back? This one is going to be foul. That was barreled up. You put that one maybe about 20 feet to the right, and it's a 3-run home run for Hunter Dobbins, but now he'll have to return to the plate and face a 1-2. Preseason poll selected by the Mid-American Conference coaches. A lot of hype around this Ball State team. 1-2. On the way, swing and a miss. High and away on the fastball from Brand, strike 3. And so Brand is finally able to get his first out of the inning. And now Zach Cole will come up. Dobbins now with his 3rd strikeout of the day. And he is also the only member of this Cardinals team that is yet to see any time on the base paths. First pitch to Zach Cole, misses down low for ball one. Cole with a double in the last inning, but was stranded over there on second base. It's kind of been how Jonathan Brand's game has gone through 3 1/3 innings of this one. He's had some runners get on base early as a breaking ball falls into the zone there to even the count at a ball and a strike. Let some runners on base early in pretty much every inning, but was able to kind of limit the damage up until this fourth, and then he gave up 3 runs without recording a single out. Now he finally has recorded an out, and they're on first and second. 1-1 pitch, popped up left side. This is going to get way out of play. Brand has had a fantastic season for the RedHawks. 72 1/3 innings pitched in a 1.12 ERA. He's only given up 9 earned runs across 12 starts and has pitched 2 complete games, averaging just about 6 innings per start. 1-2 misses outside, evens the count at 2 balls and 2 strikes. Cole at the plate for the Cards out of Ozark, Missouri, awaiting the 2-2. Breaking ball just misses over the top of the zone. Brand really wanted that one, but it just crossed the plate a tad too high. And so now the count is full. Adam Tellier on deck for the Cardinals. 9 hits in the game for Ball State. Brand kicks and deals. This is another swinging bunt. Right back to Brand. Soft throw over to first, and that's in time for the out. Both runners advance, so now second and third for the Cardinals. 2 down for Adam Tellier. Shortstop is 1 for 2 on the day with a single. Ball State leading 5-2. Brand trying to stop the bleeding here and get out of the inning. First pitch breaking ball in there for strike 1. Oh, 1 now. Brand fires in. This one's grounded hard to short. Picked up by Escala. He fires across to first. That's in time for out number 3. So 8 Cardinals step up to the plate, and they pot across 3 runs in the top of the 4th to retake the lead after the RedHawks tied it in the last inning. 5-2 our score. We'll head to the bottom of the 4th. Due up for Miami, Lester, Kraus, and Zapp when we come back. You're listening to Miami Baseball here on Red Hawk Radio. To the bottom of the 4th we go here on a beautiful day from Oxford, Ohio. Pretty thick cloud coverage pregame over McKie Field, but now since we've seen some blue spots poke through, starting to get a little bit sunnier here at McKie Field. A nice afternoon for baseball. First pitch to Parker Lester is down low for ball one. Miami trailing Ball State by a 5-2 score. They were able to tie it in the bottom of the third thanks to the RBI single from David Novak. As the 1-0 misses for ball two to Parker Lester. Novak tied it, and then the inning was ended off a delayed steal attempt by Miami in which Brokemond ran from third. 2-0 catches the outside part of the zone. Yeah, Novak, who was over on first, started to run towards second while Schweitzer was awaiting the pitch, and he turned around and fired it home. This one's lifted up and out of play. 2-2 now to Lester. And it was a pretty simple play at that point once Schweitzer had figured out what was going on, and they got Brokemond at home easily. 2-2 was inside to run the count full. So Lester came up to the plate in the last inning, but was not able to finish his at-bat after that. 3-2, this one in on the hands, jam shot, pushing way foul, left side, that'll land on top of the complex. So Lester's only at-bat to this point was in the second inning when he laid down a sacrifice bunt. And now this one hangs and is hit over to second base. A jumping catch made by Conant for the out. Nice athletic play over there at second. That one was hit pretty well by Lester. Looked like it was going to get down in the gap, maybe even an extra base hit. But Conant was able to jump up and make the catch above his head. So another unlucky out for the RedHawks. And now Steven Krause will come to the plate. He attacks the first pitch, and that's down in left field for a base hit. All the way into the corner, rounding first and heading for second. Krause will get there standing up. So after a tough out, Steven Krause following it up with a nice momentum hit for the RedHawks. And now with one out, a runner on second for Brian Zapp. And actually, Krause, who got into second standing up, he pulled up pretty heavily before he got to second base, is being attended to by the trainer. Yeah, Krause pulled up well before the bag and thought it was just because he knew he was going to get in and he's going to stay in the game. Thought he pulled up just because he knew he was going to easily be in there with the stand-up double, but may have been in some pain as well. But for now, Krause will stay on the base paths. And now Zapp up to the plate with a runner on second and one out. Bit of a disappointing at-bat for Zapp. His first time up as he just popped up a bunt, which was caught by Schweitzer. Now with a chance to give the RedHawks some momentum with a runner in scoring position. First pitch across the heart of the plate for strike one. Zapp got some big eyes looking at that one, but just decided to lay off. 0-1 the count. Schweitzer looks at second, now fires home, and that one dives into the dirt. Check swing by Zapp, and he was able to hold up. That'll leave in the count at 1-1 strike. Schweitzer set on the mound. He deals home, and that one misses low and away for ball two. In other news around the MAC, OU has taken the lead over Western Michigan 5-4. That game is in the top of the sixth inning with the Broncos at the plate. Toledo extends their lead over Central in the top of the fifth. 2-0, the Rockets lead the Chippewas. 2-1 count to Zap. And that pitch dives low as well into the turf for ball 3. On deck for the RedHawks is William Escala, who struck out swinging in the second inning. RedHawks looking to respond after giving up 3 runs here in the top of the 4th. Three-one pitch. This one grounded right side. Coming over from second is Conan. He scoops and fires over to first in time for the out. And Kraus looked to be in quite a bit of discomfort. Shakes off third base coach over there and will stay in, but a bit of a slow trot there from Kraus as he advanced over to third. So Zap advances the runner with the ground out to second, and now Willie Escala will come in. He squares to bunt, puts it down, and it's foul. That one just off the bottom of the bat. Dribbled all the way to the backstop. Now the next pitch on the way. And this one's chopped over to third base. It gets past him. Now it's short. Tellier across the diamond to one bouncer. Gets by him at first. It won't allow Escala to advance, but it will score a run. So Kraus comes across. Miami cuts into the lead to make it 5-3. And that throw from short from Adam Tellier actually bounced by Quartermain at first, but at that point, Escala was already well past the bag and couldn't round it. First pitch is lifted up out of play by Woolwine. That may be an infield hit, and it is going to be an infield hit for William Escala, as that was a tough play. It was initially gone after by Peltier at third, and it got past him, so it was fielded actually on the outfield grass by Tellier. 0-1, driven deep to left field. Going back is Cole. He's at the wall, and he makes the catch. No, he dropped it. It was in his glove, but he crashed into the wall, and he dropped it. And now rounding third and coming home safely is Escala. And the RedHawks add another. That one was hit on the screws by Woolwine. Looked like it might have been gone by the way that Cole was backtracking and looking up. But that one ended up just short of the wall. It was caught, looked like closer to the wrist in the glove rather than the pocket by Cole. And so when he crashed into the wall, that one popped out of his glove. So it's going to be an E7. And Woolwine moves over to second base. First pitch to Brokman, big hack and a miss. RedHawks back to the top of the order now. So that's an unearned run for the RedHawks, and that makes it a 5-4 ball game. Tying run in scoring position. 0-1 in the turf. Brokman will lay off. Benji is 1 for 2 today with a single. Now a single could potentially score Woolwine from second. Woolwine did come around to score the last time he was on the base paths, back in the last inning. Breaking ball, and that one check swung at by Brokman and tipped into the glove of Christensen. That'll move the count to 1-2. 2 outs. Ball State leads Miami by a 5-4 score. Teams have been trading blows in nearly every inning. This one no different. Schweitzer readies for the 1-2. Here it comes. This one is chopped at and lifted out of play by Brokman. 1-2 still the count. RedHawks gave up 3 runs in the top of the 4th, have responded now with 2 of their own. Brokman attempting to tie this one. Would be the second tie of the game after the RedHawks knotted it up at 2 back in the bottom of the 3rd. 1-2 pitch. That one in the dirt. Got a helicopter crossing the now clear skies over McKie Field. Sun is kind of jumping back and forth in between the clouds. Right now it is out, and the sun shining over the field. 2-2, swing and a miss from Brokemon, strike 3. Nice little slider there from Tyler Schweitzer, and he escapes the inning and is able to keep the Ball State lead alive. So Miami able to respond with a pair of runs for their own in the bottom of the fourth, but the Cardinals still hold on to the lead. We head to the fifth. 5-4 our score. Ball State on top of Miami. This is Red Hawk Baseball on Red Hawk Radio. Top of the fifth inning here from McKie Field. You got a defensive substitution for the RedHawks, as Blake Bazeo will come into play second for Brian Zapp, who will move over to first. Steven Krause out of the game for the RedHawks. We saw Krause a little bit shaken up in that last inning, so maybe something related to that. First pitch is grounded up, a first base side foul. We hope that Krause was okay. He kind of shook off the coaching staff when they came up to him on the base paths after that double that he hit, and just kind of said he was fine and that he would continue to run the bases, but just didn't quite look right. So he was kind of hobbling and moving noticeably slower than usual. So the RedHawks going to make the safe play and check him out. This one grounded right up the middle. It hits Brand. He knocks it down. Underhand flip to first in time. Nice composure there from Jonathan Brand, as that one hit him off the leg. He may have been able to get the glove kind of in front of it to protect himself, and then ran toward first, scooped it up with the bare hand, and underhand flipped it to first for the out. Brand's going to take a second now to just try and walk that one off. So Peltier with a ground out to the pitcher. Now the trainer's going to come out and talk to Brand, who is favoring kind of that right quad. RedHawks do have an arm in the bullpen right now. Looks like I actually can't catch the number on that one, so now Danny Hayden will return to the dugout. And Brand is going to stay in the game. So one out, bases empty for Adam Christensen, who led off the last inning with a single. Swing and a miss on the breaking ball there. Nice pitch by Brand. Strike one there on the outside corner. Christensen with a single and a run and a walk and a run in his two at-bats. Second pitch there is low for ball one. Now the 1-1 offering and an excuse-me swing there and a miss for strike 2. Almost in slow motion there from Christensen. Kind of realized mid-swing that he didn't want to go after that one. On the outside part of the plate. 1-2. Christensen fouls this one off himself. Skitters over to third base, but now Christensen will have to take a second to walk that one off as it hit him on the leg. Christensen will take a couple laps. Now he's back into the box. And ring him up, strike 3. Quick pitch there from Jonathan Brand right after Christensen came back into the box. Breaking ball on the outside corner froze him. That's the first looking strikeout of the game. And overall, that is the 5th strikeout for Jonathan Brand, and now the 2nd out of the inning. Justin Conant up to the plate now. The righty is 0 for 1 with a walk and a fielder's choice. First pitch missed there for ball 1. And now Brand deals the 2nd. That one tipped off home plate for ball 2. Conant had a nice play in the last inning, or in the bottom of the last inning, I should say, on the defensive side when he robbed Parker Lester with a nice jumping catch at second base. The 2-0. Fastball that misses up high. 3-0 count now to Conant. Now the 3-0 pitch. Fastball across the zone for strike 1. Conant batting .273 on the season, but just .167 with 2 outs. Now the 3-1, and that one misses outside for ball 4. So officially 0 for 1 on the day for Justin Conant, but he's gotten on base all 3 times. And now back to the top of the order we go to another man who's reached base 3 times in Amir Wright. You can remember back to the last inning. He laid down a bunt that was almost caught by Jonathan Brand. Instead, it bounced right in front of him. And then he threw it over the head of Krause at first. First pitch is a breaking ball, then misses away for ball 1. And that kind of started a whole slew of positive things on the offensive side for Ball State, as they would eventually score 3 runs in that inning. They scored 1 on that play and then 2 more later. The 1-0 is a breaking ball on the outside corner for strike 1. Brand will check on the runner over at first. And Conant back in time. Conant was leaning to go towards second, but Brand's throw was just a little bit offline to the left of first baseman Brian Zapp. One to right. This one lofted left side is pushing out of play, and it will get there. One ball and 2 strikes to right. Runner on first, 2 outs. Here it comes. That one misses up high for ball 2. 2 balls and 2 strikes. Brand sets and deals. Runner goes. Throw over to second. It's a good one, and it is in time. The throw was to the right of second base. Escala came over from short, actually dove for it, and in midair caught it and applied the tag on the runner at first, Conan, who was actually behind him at that point. And that will retire the side. An athletic play by William Escala. And the RedHawks put up a 0 on the scoreboard. We're officially halfway through this one. An exciting one through 4.5. RedHawks with a chance to maybe tie it or take the lead in the bottom of the 5th when we return. 5-4 our score between Ball State and Miami. College baseball here on RedHawk Radio. Zach McDonald will lead things off for the RedHawks in the bottom of the 5th. Ball State leading Miami by a 5-4 score. McDonald still looking for his first hit. Fly out to left, fly out to right on the day. First pitch was hanging, and it's lifted up out of play on the right side. Well foul. Returning to the mound for his 5th inning of work, Tyler Schweitzer. To this point, 4 runs off 5 hits and an error for his team defensively. Now the 0-1 kisses off home plate to even the count on a ball and a strike. Beautiful day here to kick off senior weekend. About 75 degrees, a little bit of wind blowing from right to left field here in McKie Field. Fastball swing and a miss there from McDonald. That'll make the count 1-2. Not too hot like it has been sometimes in the past couple weekends. Pretty ideal weather here on a Thursday afternoon. 1-2, fastball, ring him up, strike 3. Right over the outside corner. McDonald knew it was borderline and just kind of leaned his body towards it. And he is put down on strikes for Tyler Schweitzer. That is now 5 strikeouts in the game. And now that will bring up the catcher, Cole Andrews, for the RedHawks, with the bases empty and 1 out. First pitch, this one is hit super high in the air to third base. Underneath it is Peltier, and he'll make the catch about 10 feet to the left of third base. That one was crushed by Andrews, but a mile in the air. And quickly 2 outs here in the bottom of the 5th. So now David Novak will come in. He's had himself a pretty nice afternoon at the plate with a walk and a single. He scored the RedHawks' first run back in the 2nd inning. Schweitzer deals this one well up high. It actually popped out of the glove of Christensen and went all the way to the backstop. So now 1-0 to Novak. Base is empty, 2 outs. The pitch, swing and a miss. Right across the heart of the plate there. Sweet spot, but Novak just couldn't target it. Wind is now blowing straight out towards center field. 1 ball and 1 strike. The pitch, and this one is pushed foul. Up into the screen on the right side. So 1-2 now to Tyler Schweitzer. Quick time call by Novak after a long pause. Infield playing deep towards the outfield grass. 1-2 is a chopper over to second. Charging in is Conant. Easily making the play over to first. That will end the inning. 3 up, 3 down. First clean one we've seen in a while on either side, as Tyler Schweitzer is able to retire the RedHawks in order in the bottom of the 5th. To the 6th we go. We got a close one here from McKie Field. 5-4 Ball State on top of Miami. You're listening to Miami Baseball on Red Hawk Radio. To the top of the 6th we go. Jonathan Brand's day is done for the RedHawks, as the top reliever out of the bullpen for Miami will check into the game. It's number 34, Kenton Egbert. And Kenton will check in after we saw the 2 leaders in the MAC in wins face off for the first 5 innings of this one in Jonathan Brand and Tyler Schweitzer. Kenton Egbert on the year, 37 2/3 innings pitched with a 6.45 ERA. He will face off against Amir Wright. First pitch to Wright is driven high in the air. This one is to left field, backtracking Woolwine, 10 feet short of the warning track. He makes the catch. So after coming up to the plate last inning but not finishing his at-bat, Amir Wright is not able to reach base for the first time today. And now Trenton Quartermain will come up. Quartermain is 1 for 3. That hit came in his last at-bat. It was a single in the 4th. Base is empty, 1 out. Egbert's first pitch, squaring to bunt, and now pulling it back is Quartermain. Miami back to that shift we've seen a couple of times this afternoon. They've got 4 players in the outfield, 2 players on the right side of the infield, and 1 on the left. Swing and a miss there from Quartermain for strike 1. So Lester over there at third, the only man occupying left side of the infield. Quartermain swings and misses at the pitch that dove underneath his bat. Off-speed stuff there, 76 miles an hour on the gun from Kenton Egbert. 1 ball and 2 strikes now. Egbert from the windup, kicks and deals. This one up high, and it's fended off out of play. Desperation swing there from Quartermain as he almost kind of flinched away from that pitch. It was well up high, but he just was able to get a piece and loft that one out of play. 1 ball and 2 strikes. Egbert's pitch, off speed, just off the plate. Leaving the count at 2-2. Two balls and 2 strikes. The pitch. This one is popped up behind us and out of play. Quartermain with a pretty solid at-bat thus far. Facing the new pitcher in Kenton Egbert. 2-2. Fastball driven to deep right field. Broke him on at the wall, and he makes the catch on the warning track. Wind is blowing straight out to center field. That one looked great off the bat. Had some carry to it as well. But Brokemon got underneath it, and another loud out for the Cardinals. Two down now in the inning. Base is still empty. And Nick Powell will come up. First pitch to Powell is down low for ball 1. Middle infielders are playing a couple steps into the outfield grass for the RedHawks. At third base, Parker Lester is a little bit more in towards second base. Now the 1-0 across the heart of the plate for strike 1. Zapp playing behind the bag at first. And the outfield looking pretty normal for the RedHawks. 1-1 is in there for strike 2. Nick Powell 2 for 3 on the day with a single and a double. Both times he was stranded on second base. Now the 1-2 pitch, and that one bounces prior to reaching home plate. Some waste stuff from Egbert, and Powell does not bite. Ball State trying to build on a 5-4 lead that was built up thanks in part to 3 runs put across in the 4th inning. Lead that they are still clinging on to. 2-2. This one grounded off the end of the bat up the middle. Diving are 2 Miami players, and neither could get to it. Into center field. That one goes. A long turnaround first, but Powell will retreat. It's a 2-out single for him. And now a man aboard for the cleanup hitter, Hunter Dobbins. Dobbins really the only batter in this Ball State lineup that's yet to find any success in the box. 0 for 3 with 3 strikeouts. First pitch, and Dobbins goes golfing, swing and a miss for strike 1. Nick Powell's single just a moment ago, the Cardinals' 10th hit of the game. Also had 1 error back in the 4th. Throw is up high there. They're going to check over to first after a secondary lead from Powell, but he's back well in time. One ball and 1 strike to Dobbins. 1-1, popped up, right side of the infield in foul territory next to first base. Zapp is underneath it, and he makes the catch for the 3rd out of the inning. So Kenton Egbert into the game for the RedHawks in the 6th, and he's able to hold the Cardinals off the scoreboard and give his team a chance as we head to the bottom of the inning. 5-4, Ball State continuing to lead over Miami. RedHawks looking to change that. Due up for Miami. As we head into the bottom of the 6th will be Parker Lester. And the pinch hitter for Steven Krause and Brian Zapp. Back in a moment. 5-4 our score. You're listening to Miami Baseball on Red Hawk Radio. Parker Lester will lead things off for Miami here in the bottom of the 6th inning. 5-4 our score. Back on the mound for the Cardinals is Tyler Schweitzer. Lefty on lefty matchup as Miami trails. First pitch, swing and a miss. That one was in the dirt. And so now Lester down 0-1. Lester, the sacrifice bunt in the second, and then in the fourth, hit one hard directly over second baseman Justin Conan's head, but he leapt up and made the catch. The 0-1 was in the dirt to even the count of the ball and a strike. Lester, the third baseman for the RedHawks, making his 35th appearance. 1-1, fastball just up high. 91 miles an hour on that one. Wind continuing to swirl here. It was blowing right to left for a while, then it was straight out till center. Now it's back to its right to left. 2-1. Swing and a miss there on the outside corner from Lester. For strike two. Blake Bazeo for the RedHawks is going to be in for Steven Krause. He is on deck. Two-two pitch and a foul tip in on the hands from Lester. A check swing that just caught a piece. It was initially in the glove of Christensen, but just fell out. So Lester still alive here with nobody out and the bases empty. The pitch, swing and a miss. Tag is applied as that one trickled between the legs of Christensen, but another strikeout for Schweitzer. And Lester heads back to the dugout, now 0 for 2. One down in the inning. Blake Bazeo will get his first at-bat of this game. And he attacks the first pitch but fouls it off behind home plate. For Blake Bazeo this season, .233 average. .261 against left-handed pitching. 0-1, high and away. That evens the count at a ball and a strike. Bazeo came in for Steven Krause. The RedHawks did some shuffling defensively. 1-1. This one's skied in the air on the right side. It's going to get well out of play. Krause hit a double in the 4th inning. I believe that one may have hit a car. So I heard a loud noise to my right, and the crowd shows their satisfaction. Krause hit a double in the 4th and was a little bit shaken up as he was pulling into second base. Finished running around the base paths, but the RedHawks subbed him out anyway. 1-2, foul tipped into the glove of Christensen for strike 3. Back-to-back strikeouts to start the inning. Schweitzer looking better than ever with his team holding on to a 1-run lead here in the bottom of the 6th. RedHawks trying to start a 2-out rally here, beginning with Brian Zapp, who is hitless on the day. Zapp has now moved over to first base. First pitch to Zapp is a check swing, but it found the zone anyway, so that's a strike. Schweitzer up to 95 pitches now. He deals the 0-1, and that one's in the dirt for a ball. Miami just looking to get something going. 1-1 in the dirt for ball 2. It was a scoreless first inning between these two teams, but then things kind of broke open in the second as we saw runs in every inning, and now we've gone 1.5 without seeing anything on the scoreboard. 2-1 pitch. Nice breaking ball across the plate for strike 2. Zapp with a bit of a groan there in the box. Two-two pitch. This one is hit off the end of the bat, looping into left center field. Coming over is Poley's underneath it, and he makes the catch for the 3rd out of the inning. 6 straight outs, make it 7 straight outs actually for Tyler Schweitzer. And he retires the RedHawks in order for the 2nd straight inning in the bottom of the 6th to keep hold of this 1-run lead. To the 7th we go, beginning to get into crunch time. 5-4 our score. Ball State on top of Miami from Oxford. Senior weekend Miami baseball is right here on Red Hawk Radio. Back in a moment. Top of the 7th inning has arrived here from Oxford. Zach Cole will lead things off for the Cardinals. Ball State coming on the road and leading Miami 5-4 in the first game of a 4-game series between the RedHawks and Cardinals. Long pause prior to this first pitch from Kenton Egbert. Now he'll load and fire. Swing and a miss. That one underneath the bat of Zach Cole. So 0-1 the count. 4 in the outfield once again for the RedHawks. 0-1 pitch. This one is looped into left field, calling everyone off as Woolwine underneath it. He'll make the catch without really having to move. That's out number 1 of the inning. Bats haven't really gone cold in the past couple of innings for Ball State when they haven't been scoring runs. Just haven't really found the holes like they did earlier in this one. As they've been able to barrel up a few balls, but they've had some loud outs. And have not been the beneficiary of too much luck, as that one misses outside to Tellier for ball 1. Tellier with a single in the 2nd, and then back-to-back groundouts to short in the 3rd and 4th. Egbert loads and fires. Swing and a miss there. Tellier trying to sweep at that one, which was a bit below the zone. Oh, even counted a ball and a strike. Egbert delivers the 1-1. This one's popped into the screen. 90 miles an hour on that one for Kenton. So we've gone 2 innings without any runs after a whole lot of action early. 1-2 from Egbert, grounded hard up the middle. Tough play at short. It won't be made by Escala as he was ranging over. That one was just underneath his glove. And Adam Tellier right on cue with his 2nd hit of the game. It's a 1-out single that puts him aboard. And now Ryan Peltier will come up to hit with 1 down. Peltier batting .312 this season with runners on base. First pitch to him is across the plate for strike 1. Kind of a half-check swing there. Don't think he went around, but that one still caught the outside part of the zone. Runner on first, 1 out. 0-1 count to Peltier. Egbert's pitch. In there for strike 1. Throw down to first is not in time. Another big secondary lead, this time from Adam Tellier. So the count is 0-2 now to Peltier. Middle infield for the RedHawks in the double play depth. Egbert nods and fires, and this one is fouled straight back into the backstop. Peltier will stay alive. Egbert and Peltier battling here, back and forth. 0-2. Breaking ball in the dirt. Runner will go, and that one will be no play after Andrews couldn't pick it up. So Tellier advances over to second. The force play eliminated for the RedHawks. As that may have been a play that Andrews could have made because the steal was kind of late from Tellier, but he just couldn't really pull it out of the pads too quickly. 1-2 the count. The pitch, swing and a miss on the outside. Peltier down on strikes. It's the first K for Kenton Egbert. And now there's 2 outs in the inning. Adam Christensen will come in. Christensen is 1 for 2 with a single and a walk today. Struck out looking in his last at-bat in the 5th. This is the first he will see of Kenton Egbert. The first pitch misses outside for ball 1. Egbert, the pitcher out of Tip City, Ohio. Nearby 2 here. The 1-0 is a breaking ball that finds the zone, even the count at 1-1. Egbert's been one of the more reliable arms out of the bullpen for Miami each of the last 2 seasons. He takes a long look at second and now delivers the 1-1. Swing and a miss. Way out in front was Christensen. He kind of misjudged what that ball was doing. Maybe a bit of a changeup from Egbert, 76 miles an hour. That'll move the count to 1-2. Egbert trying to get out of the inning and strand that runner in scoring position. He loads and fires. Hard grounder right at Zapp at first. He'll do it by himself as he trots up to the bag and makes the play. So yet again, Egbert gives up a single, but he's able to escape the inning unscathed. And now we've reached the 7th inning stretch. Miami still trying to claw their way back into this one. Time to stretch here in Oxford. 5-4 our score. Ball State leading Miami. RedHawks bats looking to get something going for the first time in a while. Maybe spur up some momentum with this home crowd. Bottom of the 7th on the way in just a moment. Stay with us. You're listening to Miami Baseball on Red Hawk Radio. Into the bottom of the 7th for Miami. Willie Escala will lead things off as his team trails 5-4. Escala's 1 for 2 with a single and a strikeout. And now the 8-hitter will face Schweitzer, who's back on the mound for his 7th inning of work. First pitch bounces before the plate for ball 1. In the Ball State bullpen is number 40, that is Sam Klein, the sophomore right-hander. 1-0, this one's lifted up into the screen. One the count. The pitch, swing and a miss. 78 miles an hour. That one hung up there for a while, and Escala was a bit fooled by it up high in the zone. .99 pitches now for Tyler Schweitzer. The 1-2 and the 100th on the way. Lifted up high in the air, right side. That's out of play as it's pushed foul. On deck for the RedHawks is J.J. Woolwine. The product from Schweitzer has not really seen too much of a decline, so we'll see how long they let him go. 1-2, swing and a miss, strike 3. Schweitzer honestly seems to be looking better now than he was at the beginning of this outing, as he's now able to pick up his 8th strikeout. And with 1 out in the inning, that'll bring in J.J. Woolwine. First pitch to Woolwine on the way, high and away for ball 1. 90 miles an hour on the fastball. Woolwine, the center fielder, is 0 for 1 today, but has reached base both times. He has seen the plate. Big swing and a miss there on the pitch in the dirt. Even the count of a ball and a strike. He walked back in the 3rd and came around to score, and then hit one deep to left field, and was the beneficiary of an error that he reached on in the 5th. Swing and a miss. Strike 2, that one in near the feet of Woolwine. One ball and 2 strikes with the bases empty. Top of the order on deck for Miami, Benji Brokman. 1-2. This one grounded up the middle into center field for a base hit. Past the diving glove of Adam Tellier. It's a 1-out single for J.J. Woolwine. The first life the RedHawks bats have seen in quite a while. And now with 1 down, Benji Brokman in for the RedHawks. 6th hit given up by Tyler Schweitzer. So now with a runner on first and 1 out, we get time called. And now Christensen's going to make his way over to the mound to have a talk with Schweitzer. And now the umpire going to come out to maybe break this thing up in what has become an extended meeting, but rather instead we are going to see head coach Rich Maloney coming out to potentially take the ball from Schweitzer. We'll see what happens. Gives him a fist pump. Hasn't taken the ball from him just yet, so he might stay in momentarily. He's getting some pats on the back from teammates. Schweitzer has looked fantastic through 6 1/3 so far, but they are going to take him out of the game after he gives up that single. Sam Klein out of the bullpen for Ball State and into the game. The situation, runner on first with 1 out here in the bottom of the 7th. We'll let him warm up, and then we'll come back. 5-4 our score. Ball State trying to hold on to this lead. Go into the bullpen. And Sam Klein will start things off for us when we return. Back in a moment. This is Miami Baseball on Red Hawk Radio. Sam Klein into the game for Ball State here in the bottom of the 7th inning with 1 out and a runner on first. Klein, the sophomore out of Bloomington, Indiana. This season, win-loss record of 3-2 coming out of the bullpen, 26 and a third innings pitched with a 2.39 ERA. He has been their number one guy out of the bullpen. I actually got to know Sam over the summer when he was the ace playing summer collegiate ball for the Hamilton Joes. Led them to a Great Lakes League championship. And he was really, really fun to watch that entire summer. Said he wanted to start for Ball State this season. Never really got the chance to do that, but he's been their guy out of the bullpen this year. Benji Brokman, the batter for Miami. Runner on first, 1 out. Here in the bottom of the 7th, RedHawks trail by 1. Klein nods and fires a breaking ball that misses high and away for ball 1. Klein's best outing of that summer actually came early in the year against the Cincinnati Steam. He threw 14 strikeouts in 8 innings. He's going to just kind of give a soft check to the runner at first. Not really too much to worry about. We'll wind with a pretty small lead. One-0 to Brokman. This one grounded right up the middle. Klein fields and throws to second. Over to first. It is in time to end the inning. The composure from Sam Klein as that one bounced up over his head. He reached up and made the catch, and the Cardinals turn to retire the side here in the 7th, and they shut the door on Miami and any momentum they may have built with that single. Another 0 on the scoreboard, 5-4 our score. 2 more innings of regulation on the way. Ball State looking to build on their lead in the 8th when we come back. You're listening to Miami Baseball here on Red Hawk Radio. Third inning of work on the way for Kenton Egbert here in the top of the 8th inning. Ball State on top of Miami. 5-4 our score here from McKie Field at Hayden Park. Thanks for spending your Thursday afternoon with us in the first game of a 4-game set senior weekend here from Oxford. As Miami trying their best to get a last-ditch attempt to maybe get into the MAC tournament. Ball State playing for home field. First pitch catches the outside corner to the leadoff hitter, and that is Justin Conant. Conant is 0 for 1 with a fielder's choice and 2 walks. Next pitch on the way, and that one just missed outside for ball 1. In that last inning, Miami looked like they were maybe going to have their first momentum in a little while off a J.J. Woolwine single. As the 1-1 pitch is swung at and missed, reaching out there as Conant can't make contact. That'll make it 1-2. And yeah, Miami looked like they had a little bit of momentum. Ball State brought in Sam Klein, and right away had a ball hit right back at him that he was able to catch on a bounce that was up over his head. Turned it for a 1-6-3 double play. 1-2 is in the dirt, and Conant will lay off. Two balls and 2 strikes. The pitch. That one just misses up high for ball 3. Count is full to the leadoff man, Justin Conant. 30 pitches coming into this at-bat for Kenton Egbert. He winds and fires the payoff pitch well up high. Conant turns away from that one. He works his 3rd walk of the game. And the leadoff man aboard for the Cardinals. Back to the top of the order we go. Amir Wright, who flew out to left in his last at-bat, will come to the plate. Runner on first, nobody out. First pitch from Egbert. Bunt is squared, but it is pushed behind the plate. That one tipped off the bottom of the bat. Now we get a quick time call, as I believe Andrews sent a signal to the infield. Now we're going to get a time call over at third, as Amir Wright's going to go over to have a chat with his coach. Right now, Brian Zapp covering first for Miami, and then over at third base, Parker Lester is about 2 steps or so into the infield grass, with the middle infielders at normal depth. Head coach Rich Maloney having a brief conversation with Amir Wright, and now he will head back to the batter's box. Lefty hitter will face against the right-hander in Kenton Egbert. Runner on first is Justin Conant, nobody out. From the stretch, Egbert nods and deals, bunt is squared, now pulled back. Pitch is outside for ball 1. We've seen Wright square to bunt a couple of times already, but he's yet to really put one on the ground where he wanted it. So he popped it up and wasn't able to get one down in the couple times that he's tried. For the 1-1, Egbert will check on the runner at first. Egbert deals, bunt to square, now pulled back again. That pitch is way up high. 2 balls and a strike now. We'll see if the mentality ever changes, the approach, if you will, from Amir Wright. He squared to bunt on 3 straight pitches, but has yet to see one he can put in play. He squares again. This one's hit toward the first base side, and it's going to go foul. Zapp had a chance to play that one in fair territory, instead elected to let that one go out. And that means that Conant has to return to first, and now in a 2-strike count, probably going to see Wright swinging as he looks over to his coach and gets a sign. 2 balls and 2 strikes. Pitch to right. In the dirt. It bounces into the chest protector of Andrews. He fakes the runner back to first. Conant stays put. Full count. With nobody out, Egbert takes a look at the dugout to get his pitch. The 3-2, and it's up high for ball 4. Back-to-back walks worked by the 9 and 1 hitters for Ball State. Two good at-bats from the Cardinals as well, as Amir Wright was really just waiting for his pitch to initially put down a bunt, but then when it never came, he was able to get out of the at-bat via the walk. Trenton Quartermain up to the plate now. He is 1 for 4 on the day. First pitch from Egbert's in the dirt. Nice athletic play by Andrews to keep that one in front of him. As it bounced to his right. He was able to hit it down with the chest, though. One ball and no strikes to Quartermain. Here comes the pitch. Swing and a miss. Nice off-speed stuff from Egbert. That one on the outside half of the plate. And Quartermain a little out in front. Ball and a strike. Here's the pitch. Hard grounder right side into right field for a base hit. Rounding third and heading home is Conant. Rounding second and heading to third is Wright. Everybody's safe. RBI single from Trenton Quartermain, and Ball State extends their lead back out to 2. It's a 6-4 ball game. This has been a nice inning from the Cardinals at the plate. So they've been very, very disciplined. And they are rewarded with their first run since the 4th. 12th hit of the game for the Cardinals. And now Nick Powell will come in. 3 for 4 on the day with a pair of singles and a double. He squares to bunt and now pulls it back as that one is low for ball 1. No balls and 1 strike. Runners on the corners. Pitch from Egbert. Just misses up high for ball 1. Does not look like there's any action going on right now in the Miami bullpen on the left side. So we'll see how long the RedHawks let Egbert go. Approaching 50 pitches for the reliever. The 1-1 offering. Grounder over to second. This could be 2. Throw over to second is in time, and over to first in half a step. Soon enough, run will come to score from third. That's Amir Wright. But a 4-6-3 double play for the RedHawks empties out the base paths. So 7-4, Ball State now leads by 3. And with 2 away, the DH Hunter Dobbins will come in. One is a curveball, first pitch of the at-bat over the outside corner. Egbert winds and fires. Swing and a miss, 0-2. 90 miles an hour on that one. Maybe a fastball with a bit of sinking action that dropped down and away. Oh, 0-2 pitch. Swing and a miss, strike 3. So Miami is able to get out of the inning and limit the damage to just 2 runs. But now still some work to do down 3 as we head into the bottom of the 8th. 7-4 our score. 2-3-4 hitters due up for the RedHawks. McDonald, Andrews, and Novak when we come back. Miami looking to put together a rally here on senior weekend as they trail. You're listening to Miami Baseball on Red Hawk Radio. Seven for our scores. We head into the bottom of the 8th inning. First pitch in there for strike 1 to Zach McDonald, who will lead things off for the RedHawks. Miami being out-hit in this one, 12-6 by Ball State. But the RedHawks only trailing by 3. Next pitch from Sam Klein pops out of the glove behind the dish of Adam Christensen. Zach McDonald still searching for his first hit of the day as he is 0 for 3 with a strikeout. 1-1 from Klein. On the way, a high arching breaking ball that never found the zone. Hitters count here for McDonald. RedHawks with some work to do. 2-1. On the way, this one's popped up, and that'll get way out of play. Two balls and 2 strikes. Klein nods and deals. This one drops into the bottom of the zone. Strike 3. McDonald was frozen. That one just caught the bottom of the zone, and now Coach Danny Hayden pleading his case to the home plate umpire. As that's that pitch we've seen from Klein a couple times that has some break to it. That one finished right kind of on the edge of where the zone would be. It was definitely over the plate. That time it just doesn't go the RedHawks' way. First pitch to Andrews, the next hitter for Miami. Fastball over the plate for strike 1. Andrews, the catcher, is 0 for 3. In his last at-bat, he popped out to third base. Oh, 1. Another fastball over the plate, 92 miles an hour this time. And that will put Andrews behind 0-2. Klein kicks and deals. That one is up high. 93 miles an hour that time on the fastball, but not close to the zone. One and 2 for Andrews. The pitch, this one's driven, but it's going to be foul. That one was hit well, but it'll get out of play on the left side. It was a good pitch to hit there for Andrews, right kind of over that outside half of the zone. But an early swing took that one out of play on the left side. 1-2, into the corner, strike three, another looking strikeout. Back-to-back backwards Ks for Sam Klein, who continues to mow down Miami hitters. Now there's 2 outs here in the bottom of the 8th. Base is empty. And coming to the plate will be David Novak. First pitch to Novak is up high for ball 1. This one is lifted up, little looper right side, coming over from first and reaching but not making the catch there is Quartermain. He reached into the bullpen and kind of crashed hard into the fence, and he's a bit shaken up over there on the right side. He's now going to shake everyone off, but some tough contact taken there by Quartermain as he ranged over to his left to try and make that catch. That one was just out of reach. He stretched the arm out over the fence that guards the bullpen from the field of play. It was just about a foot or so too far away from him. 1 ball and 1 strike as we need some more baseballs. Home plate umpire turns to the Miami dugout. Now we're ready. 1-1 to Novak. This one lifted in the air to center field. Looks like Wright's underneath it. He'll take a couple steps forward and make the catch in straightaway center to end the inning. So the RedHawks needed something, but they couldn't get anything going. Another 1-2-3 inning for the Cardinals as they continue to roll after tacking on 2 more in the top of the 8th. To the 9th we go. Miami really needs to slam the door here if they want a chance to walk this one off. We'll see what they can do in the 9th. You're listening to Miami Baseball on Red Hawk Radio. Kenton Egbert remains in the game for Miami as we have reached the top of the 9th inning. Zach Cole will lead things off for the Ball State Cardinals. They lead Miami by a 7-4 score here in the series opener between these two teams. These two squads will play a doubleheader tomorrow before the series finale on Saturday. First pitch is up high for ball 1 from Kenton Egbert. Quick look at the out-of-town scores as things are starting to conclude. OU has gone final over Western Michigan, an 8-5 win at home for the Bobcats. As the 1-0 pitch is down low for ball 1. Toledo leading Central Michigan in the top of the 8th, 4-1. Great sign for any fan of the Cardinals. Additionally, in Game 2, Northern Illinois on top of Bowling Green, 7-2. And in just about 20 minutes, Eastern Michigan and Kent State will have first pitch. Big swing and a miss there. 88 miles an hour down the pipe for Egbert. But Cole couldn't make the contact. Two-1 is fouled to the backstop. Once again, Ball State playing for that home field advantage they could win in the first MAC baseball tournament since 2019, after the 2020 tournament was canceled last year. The regular season champion was declared the champion. Ball State currently half a game behind Central Michigan for the lead, but they hold the tiebreaker over the Chippewas after sweeping them in a 4-game series at home in late April. Breaking ball, high arching one, didn't find the zone from Egbert. That'll make it 3-2. Tomorrow afternoon, Patrick Geshin will have the call of the doubleheader. First game there will begin at 1 p.m. Second one scheduled for 4:30, but of course just 30 minutes prior, or after the conclusion, I should say, of the first one. This one's hit well into deep left field, backtracking all the way to the wall before he makes the catch is Woolwine. Seen that quite a lot from the Cardinal bats this afternoon. That warning track power, they've never been able to put one over, but they've come close numerous times. Adam Tellier up to the plate now. He's 2 for 4. 2 singles and 2 ground outs to short. And the MAC tournament beginning next Wednesday. As the first pitch from Egbert misses up high for ball 1. And of course, very important to consider right now is that instead of the usual Friday, Saturday, Sunday, this is a Thursday, Friday, Saturday series to give at least the Cardinals an extra day of rest. 1-0, catches the outside corner of the zone for strike 1. So the Cardinals will have an extra day of rest compared to the usual series set to give their pitchers some time to recover from this weekend before taking to the MAC tournament, wherever that may be. 1-1 is down low. Ball 2. Central Michigan currently riding a 5-game winning streak. However, that could be in jeopardy if that result holds against Toledo. Should be an interesting race to watch throughout the weekend. 2-1, a bunt is squared and then pulled back as that one missed low and away for ball 3. Egbert steps back on, pitching from the windup. The 3-1 on the way, a fastball over the plate for strike 2. That'll make it a full count. So as of right now, the MAC tournament will be Central Michigan, Ball State, Toledo, and Ohio, with Central Michigan being the top seed, Ohio being the last team in. Can still see some shuffling with that, and potentially even maybe a change if Miami was to win out. 3-2 is taken in the air to the gap in right center, but getting underneath it for the RedHawks is McDonald, and he'll make the catch. So Miami basically needs everything to go right for them this weekend if they would want to keep their season alive. They already helped themselves out as much as they could last weekend with that 4-game sweep at Akron. They beat the Zips at their place 4 straight times and did so in dominant fashion in 3 of the 4 games. First pitch is up high to Peltier. But Miami has set themselves up in a position where they need help from results around the league as well. 4 in the outfield for the RedHawks, this time 2 on the left side of the infield. And the 1-0 pitch is down low in the zone for strike 1. Outfield is shifted a little more towards left for the right-handed hitter in Ryan Peltier. And that pitch is down low for ball 2. Something interesting about this Ball State lineup specifically, they got 5 lefty hitters in the lineup, which is just something that is a little different compared to normal. And we've seen that adjustment made by Danny Hayden and his staff. That one misses down low for ball 3. RedHawks have been doing quite a lot of shifting today. Ball State hasn't necessarily beat the shift on their hits, but have done a good job just finding holes wherever they may be, even sometimes hitting into the shift and just placing the ball well. 3-1. Fastball over the zone. Called strike 2. Nobody on, 2 outs. And a full count to Ryan Peltier. 7-4 our score. Here comes the payoff pitch. This one's grounded over to short. Scooped up by Escala. He has trouble with it. Now he throws over to first, and it's not in time. Escala had trouble getting that one out of the glove. He had to do a double take over there at short. And then the adrenaline pumped probably an extra 5 miles an hour onto that throw. It was a bullet across the infield. But it was beat out by just a quarter step or so by Peltier. Really, really close there, but the Cardinals the beneficiary of an E6. And the inning remains alive. Adam Christensen into the box. Runner on first, 2 outs. Egbert deals. That one bounces down low. Runner going. Throw over to second is not in time. That one bounced before it got to home plate. Pretty good throw by Andrews. But Peltier just kind of got outside the base and was able to dodge around the tag. One ball and no strikes. Runner on second now. Pitch to Christensen. That one misses up high. Now the next pitch, and that one's a swing and a miss. Dove underneath the bat of Christensen. That one over the plate, but in the dirt. That'll make it a 2-1 count. That one is across the plate up high in the zone for strike 2. Andrews stood up and acted like he might throw over to second, but just a pump fake as Peltier stays put. Two and two. Egbert deals home. Check swing. The appeal over to the second base umpire. He did not go around. So that pitch squirted to the right of Cole Andrews, but he's able to recover it rather quickly. Full count, 2 outs. Runner on second. The payoff pitch. Swing and a miss, strike 3. Good stuff there from Kenton Egbert. Maybe a change piece up high in the zone, and he's able to gun down Adam Christensen to retire the side in the top of the 9th. Work to do for the RedHawks, down 3 as they get the last licks here at home in the series opener. 7-4 they trail. Time for a rally for Miami. You're listening to Red Hawk Baseball on Red Hawk Radio. Bottom of the ninth is here from McKie Field in the series opener between Ball State and Miami. All up to the RedHawks now with their backs against the wall, down 3. 7-4 they trail. Sam Klein back on the mound for Ball State. Parker Lester, the leadoff hitter for the RedHawks. First pitch from Klein is a fastball just low for ball 1. As of right now, Tyler Schweitzer, who pitched 6 1/3 innings, gave up 4 runs, 3 earned, is in line for the win, should this hold. 1-0 over the bottom part of the zone for strike 1. For Sam Klein, he has pitched 1 2/3 innings, has not given up a hit yet, has not walked a batter either, and has struck out 2. 1-1. This one's a chopper to the right side. It's going to go foul and roll its way to the Ball State dugout. For Parker Lester, still looking for his first hit of the day, 0 for 2. The sac bunt in the second, the line out to second base in the 4th, and then a strikeout, part of a pair of those in the 6th. This one off the end of the bat, it's lifted behind home plate out of play. Clouds have kind of come back here at McKie Field. Slightly darker, still light out though. Light's not on just yet, so we are in the late afternoon. Chopper, Klein waits on it at the mound. Underhand flip to first in time. Simple play there for Sam Klein, who just had to take a couple steps to his left after letting that one go. Bit of a swinging bunt there from Parker Lester. And now we're going to get a pinch hitter, actually, for the RedHawks. As originally, Blake Bazeo had come in the spot of Steven Krause. But after just one at-bat, he will be taken out. This is Nick Neibauer. First pitch misses up high for ball 1. Neibauer, the lefty, is batting .270 this season. And .279 against right-handed pitching. Takes a swing and a miss out in front of the fastball there, actually. A bit too early. That'll leave in the count at 1-1. Base is empty, 1 out. RedHawks trail by 3. Miami needing a rally right now. Breaking ball in there for strike 2. Good stuff there from Sam Klein. One and 2. Here's the pitch. This is a grounder behind home plate. Got between the legs of Christensen. So the count will remain the same. On deck for the RedHawks is Brian Zapp. He is 0 for 3. 1-2. This one lifted high in the air, left side out of play. Kind of caught the end of the bat there for Neibauer. Base is empty. Another 1-2. This one is hit a mile high, first base side. Quartermain ranging over, called off by the second baseman, and Conant makes the catch in foul territory. That's the second time today we've seen a RedHawk put one super high in the air toward foul territory. The RedHawks have hit the ball hard a few times today, but just have not found those spots that they've needed to in the field. So now with 2 outs, Brian Zapp coming in. Klein sets and deals the first pitch. That one moved in towards the feet of Zapp. And he'll take a look at it for ball 1. Now the 1-0 on the way, and that one misses up high for ball 2. On deck for the RedHawks, should we get there, is going to be Willie Escala, who is 1 for 3. Hit a single in the 4th inning, came around to score. He actually was the RedHawks' last run. 2-0 from Klein. This one is fouled back to the screen. That was a good spot to hit for Zapp, but he just couldn't quite square it up. Got it off the top of the bat. Two balls and a strike. The pitch to Zapp. Breaking ball into the inside half of the plate for strike two. Miami down to their final strike, and the Ball State dugout loving it from Sam Klein. 2-2. Here's the pitch. Breaking ball grounded up the middle. Klein makes the catch. Another underhand flip, another infield assist, and that is a Ball State victory. 7-4 your final in this one. Ball State takes game one of the series as they were able to propel themselves to the victory through a couple of nice innings with the bats. Pitching staff also doing a pretty good job as well. And the Cards come away with a big win here on the road as they continue to chase that MAC regular season title and play host to the MAC tournament, pending some results later this weekend. Final line score of this one, Ball State 7 runs on 12 hits, 1 error. For Miami, 4 runs off 6 hits and 2 errors in the field. The winning pitcher in this one for Ball State is Tyler Schweitzer. And for the RedHawks, the losing pitcher is Jonathan Brand. So that will conclude our coverage here for game one of this senior weekend. We'll be back tomorrow afternoon as the RedHawks will host Ball State in a doubleheader beginning at 1 p.m. Patrick Gesham will have the call of that one as both these teams continue to push their hopes for a postseason situation, for Miami just trying to get in and for Ball State trying to host. So until then, this is Luke West Poley saying thank you so much for watching. So long from McKie Field at Hayden Park. We'll see you tomorrow. Ball State takes game one, 7-4. This has been a presentation of Miami Baseball on Red Hawk Radio.